I know, I guess we should start the show off hot, right? Because a lot of people last night on Instagram were like, fuck you, man. You don't like Hatchet? But I mean, yeah, I guess we'll start with that one because this is the one that's most fresh in my mind. I did watch this for show prep this week, and it is none other than from 2006. It is Adam Green's Hatchet. Yes, I'll give a brief plot synopsis if you already don't know what Hatchet is about, right? When a group of tourists in a New Orleans haunted swamp tour find themselves stranded in the wilderness, their evening of fun and spooks turns into a horrific nightmare. Hatchet. Adam Green. Victor Crowley. It almost makes me want to sing that old Ozzy Osbourne song, Mr. Crowley, and just like add in like fun lyrics like, Mr. Crowley, dun, 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 did you think you were good? Oh, Mr. Crowley, people misunderstood. They did misunderstand because this movie fucking stinks, all right? Discovering things that are classic and ripping them off. Your movie sucks, a big one. And I hate you, pretentious ass. All right, I'm sorry. Too much, too soon, too real. I don't know. A little too much. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. But, Hatchet. I don't know. I don't know. This was hyped for hell and ever. Everybody and day mama was hyping this movie up. Old school American horror, not an American remake, not a Japanese remake. Originality is going to be brought back to the slasher film, blah, 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 blah. All this bullshit about originality. Well, Victor Crowley and the origin story of Victor Crowley was about a boy who was deformed and was bullied as a kid. Now, I mean, I can't think of any horror movies with a deformed child that was bullied and then later on became a killer. I don't know. I can't think of any one of those kind of movies. And and he burned to death, huh? He burned to death in his cabin, huh? I can't think of any single great slasher movie where the antagonist burned to death at the beginning of the cabin. I can't fathom one. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. Personally, I don't know. But and he runs around with a hatchet and in overalls? Huh. I can't remember a single slasher movie. I don't know. Anything ring a bell to any of you? I don't know. If anything does, please let me know. I don't know. You get the picture. This is not an original fucking film. And people, I can hear you screaming at me through the screen. You fucking four-eyed motherfucker. Not all slasher films have to be original, all right, man? I get it. And that's the least of this movie's fucking problems. This is just sprinkles on the fucking cupcake. All right? That's sprinkles on the cupcake of why I don't. Here's the fucking frosting. And we're gonna listen to our good brother, the Soulless Trenchcoat, and we're gonna stay frosty on this show of the Graveyard tonight. We got a couple. AJ Zecher, you son of a bitch. You just love my Ozzy impression. I'll write a full ass song to shit on Hatchet. Okay, I love this movie, but this is the most unique way I've seen of bashing a move. So I have to go against every instinct of my soulless body. Dude, thank you. See, we love this man. This is why we love Trenchy. And hey, I will preface this by before I keep going any more deeper on this. I respect each and every one of you that likes any of these movies. This is not, I don't mean to be personal or anything. This is just my unpopular opinion, and I'm going to have fun with it because why the hell not? Life is too fucking short, right? I hope you can't find your charger later on. Dude, man, I charged before, and I got the laptop charger plugged into the wall, but like I was saying, back to what I was saying. So sprinkles on the cupcake, and here is the fucking frosting, right? This movie was hyped for hell and ever. This movie was, this is going to reinvent the whole fucking thing. And I knew something was wrong originally when this could not get a fucking DVD release for the life of it. It took nearly 2 years for this son of a bitch to come out on fucking DVD. That's when I knew something was wrong. Second thing I knew something was wrong, holy shit, I've never heard of Adam Green. Now, since I've gone on to know Adam Green's filmography a lot better, and hey, I like Frozen. I'll put the movie over. I really, truly enjoy Adam Green's Frozen. But this, fucking garbage, in my opinion. You follow Joel David Moore, Dion Richmond, who Dion Richmond tried. This is not his fucking fault. I love Dion Richmond. Scream 3 alumni. I love him. But you follow them around. They go on this tour, and this is one of those classic shitty fucking gimmicks that a lot of independent horror movies do now, where we're just going to throw a bunch of independent horror icons in the movie for a minute. Oh, our movie has Tony Todd. Oh, but he's in it for a minute. Our movie has Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund. Oh, but he gets killed in the opening minute. Our movie has John Carl Buechler. Oh, but he's only in for a minute. Our movie has Joshua Leonard from the Blair Witch Project. Oh, but he's only in it for a minute. Come on. Come on, Adam. You stink. All right? Let's just be fucking honest. And, you know, that's the thing with this movie is it's also a huge tonal mess. Like, I don't think he could decide whether he wanted this to be a fun return throwback film or if he wanted us to be kind of serious. In my opinion, if you're going to old school American horror, go back to what made films like the ones you're fucking blatantly ripping off scary. You know, are there laughs in Mad Men? Yes, there are laughs in this movie. But when shit starts going down, and the fucking film changes tone and becomes scary. And we can all remember the blue atmosphere of Mad Men. And the girl scared trying to fix the engine. And the madman jumping on the fucking roof of the car. And the madman song, Lore of the Campfire, telling of his horror. And fucking the burning at the end when Cropsy's chasing everybody. And the end of this film with Mrs. Voorhees. They all have a moment where they kind of switch from, okay, we've had some giggles, we've had some laughs. Of course, there's the guy, the Indian guy in this who's shooting the bow and arrows, the goofball. There's a character like that in all of these movies. However, when shit gets serious, they get serious. Hatchet never has that moment where you go, okay, now shit's serious. The last 20 minutes of this film, they're still fucking cracking jokes. I didn't go to NYU, I went to Hofstra. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Holy shit, one of the shittiest jokes in the history of movies. And then you have, okay, we have some blood, we have some gore, we have some boobs, blood, and mayhem, right? These are the things that should make for a great slasher. But they're completely misutilized because he really didn't know what Tony wanted to go for. Like if you're gonna go for old school American horror, go for it. Make it scary. And you know, as much as I'm not a big fan of the whole backstory, as much as I think it's taking too much from other films, okay, if you do that and you play it serious and you make Victor Crowley somewhat of a sympathetic, empathetic character, maybe I can find on board with that. Like Jason, there's a part of me that feels bad about Jason. There's no part of you that feels bad about Victor Crowley. It's just such a goofy fucking character. And the design is so shitty, it looks like an overweight elephant man. It's just so... And okay, I see. Well, I missed quite a few comments. But I knew somebody was going to say this. I knew somebody was going to say, Grande, the kills in it, the gore in it, blah, 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 blah. Listen, there are plenty of really good slasher movies that have great kills and great gore. And I understand that. And I've already shown a few of them. However, they lose a lot of impact if they come off fucking goofy. This movie in a lot of ways feels like a parody. The fucking characters in this movie ride a short bus to the fucking boat that leads to the climax of this movie. They ride a short bus and they play this shitty fucking royalty-free music to fucking play them off. Holy shit. This is... Oh my God. I don't know. This is going to be bad, man. This is no good. Britt is in the house. Britt, what's going on? I hope all is well with you tonight. And you know, welcome to the graveyard, by the way. And there's a couple people that I didn't welcome in yet. Sorry, I was mid-rant when y'all joined. Ryan Snyder's in the house. What's going on, good brother? I'm shitting on one of his favorites. I know he likes Hatchet. Probably everybody in here likes Hatchet. Collector Man's here. What's going on, my friend? I love the jaw-ripping scene. See, I know a lot of people does. I know a lot of people do. And yeah, that's a good makeup effect, but I don't know. I just think that this one needs a little bit more than that, especially after all the fucking hype. To kind of deliver something that felt more parody than scary, I don't know. I just feel like he should have went one way or the other. It's too fucking confused when it comes to identity. Like, it has an identity crisis, this movie. I'm telling you, Kane, you call him fat next time I see him. Don't tell Kane. He'll rip me in half. No, but I do think the design is sort of goofy. And I get, and trust me, no, hey, can I give some positives? I can give a couple. Dion Richmond, I really like as the comic relief character. Tamara Feldman as the final girl, I don't mind her. And fun fact about her, she wasn't a fucking fan of this movie. And no matter what she tells you now, she was not a fan of this movie because she didn't want to fucking come back for the second one. She didn't want to come back. They approached her to come back. Oh, you're going to be our legendary final girl. We went with an unknown. She was like, fuck you. I'm busy. And they fucking recast her with Danielle Harris. Oh, another fucking independent horror person that people are going, I get it, Adam Green. I understand what he did. But I think at the end of the day, she had every right to walk away because the first film, it's very messy. And like, I think had he went to play it more horror comedy, it would have worked. But this movie, it's just at points, it's straight up comedy. At points, it's straight up horror with the gore. But there's just not enough horror in it. It's too goofy. And I don't know, man. It just tonally, I find it to be one of the bigger messes of the last few years. And I think that after all the hype, when I saw this movie finally, I was just like, really? Like, that's it? Like, that's all you've got for me? Like, I felt sort of let down. The ending that's like the fucking ending of The Sopranos, except worse, where, oh, Victor Crowley's in the boat and it goes to her and it fades to cut to black. Like, you know, completely spontaneously, like so anticlimactic. Oh, that Adam Green, that was the point because I knew in Hatchet 2 I'd pick up right from there. All right. Like, I don't know. This movie presented itself as it was going to be original, and it was very unoriginal. This movie presented reinventing old school American horror. What the fuck did you reinvent? What did you reinvent? You got good gore effects. Great, bravo. There's a ton of slasher movies with great gore effects. That's not going to give me the pass for you. Oh, okay, there's titties in it. There's also titties in fucking porn. Should that really be a positive when those two fucking characters are anointing? You got the porn directing guy, boring character. You've got the fucking old couple. Oh, we're here in this fucking tour. Everybody in this movie doesn't have fucking two brain cells to rub together. And like in a lot of the Friday the 13th movies, people say, oh, the characters are unlikable and we don't like them and you want them to die. Fuck, I've never felt that way more when it comes to a movie than this one. Like, I wanted every single one of them motherfuckers to die. And thankfully, most of them did. But I don't know. I just think that Adam Green was a fan. And I think that a lot of people in turn really love this movie. And I could see in the comments that people put it over. And I'm definitely in the minority in this. So, hey, you know, I respect y'all and I hope you all respect me. I just personally felt like after all the hype, it was a letdown. It really was. And like all the things that it promised, it didn't really deliver on. And I recently went back and rewatched Laid to Rest, which was Robert Hall's movie, the late Robert Hall. He passed away a few weeks ago. May he rest in peace. I went back and rewatched that. And I said, you know what this movie has? This movie has actually good gore. Okay, this has good gore. It actually knows what it wants to be. It actually knows it wants to be a horror film. There's maybe a laugh here and there, but it's not a fucking comedy. It's not goofy. It doesn't feel like scary movie at any time like Hatchet does. Laid to Rest knows what it wants to be. It wants to be a scary horror film. Oh, what's the backstory of this killer? Oh, we don't know, but it has a cool look and design to it. And Robert Hall, you know, accentuated the positives and he hid the negatives. I'm going to show all the gore that I want. I'm going to have a scary tone and feel. I'm going to have characters that aren't fucking annoying, like Justin Whalen's character and Kevin Gage's character. I like the characters in that movie. I think the final girl is she's not the greatest actor. She has big yitties, but that's about it. Like, she's not the greatest, but I don't know. Like, I think that movie was way more of a good throwback to what movies like this used to be as opposed to Hatchet. I just think Hatchet got it all wrong. And hey, am I in the minority? Probably. But I think that, again, it's just one of those movies to me that was a gigantic letdown. And I think it's really poorly done. I think it's poorly acted, poorly directed. He does not capture any atmosphere or mood with this film. Just nothing. There's no atmosphere. There's no moment where you're like, oh man, like this is really scary. I don't know. I think this is one of the bigger letdowns in a long time. I missed quite a few comments. You guys are going off while I was going off, so I apologize. I've seen Digging Up the Marrow. Yes, I saw it. It was okay. Nothing that great. I like Frozen. That's like the only Adam Green movie that I will clearly put over. I really like that movie. Digging Up the Marrow was okay. You resurrected the slasher franchise that there was barely any new slasher franchises coming out. Good old Crowley came along. Ooh, okay, so somebody thinks that Hatchet resurrected the slasher. The Cinema Trash Man's in the house. Dude, welcome to the graveyard, man. Good to see you. Cinema Trash Man has an excellent Instagram page. I'm pretty sure you have a YouTube channel too. I don't know if you upload too much on it. Like I know you do a lot of hauls and Criterion pickups and stuff like that. I totally, he's an awesome guy, knows all his shit, man. Cinema Trash Man's cool people. Nothing, dude, right back at you. Nothing but respect. Let's see. Have you seen Charlie's Farm? You may like that. I have not seen Charlie's Farm. I will have to go check it out. Cinema Trash. Okay, Cinema Trash Man's on my side. See, we got somebody in my corner. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Corey says, Icon. I'm going to say it. But, oh, no, don't do that to me, man. That's Bay right there. I love me some fucking Pamela Springsteen. But see, even those movies brought something a little bit new to the genre, right? Where you had a killer that actually was kind of winking at you while she was doing the things that she was doing and acknowledging other horror films. But the catch is, while still being an effective horror film. I think that's what Hatchet misses. It's not effective on its own two legs. It's almost like, remember that, remember that, remember that. No, motherfucker, you're here for the now. This should have been right here, right now. I don't know. It's just, that's just me, maybe. I have no idea. Thanks, dude. Anytime, man. You rock. But yeah, man, to completely, summarize this Hatchet movie, I always thought it was overrated. I think there are a couple actors, Tamara Feldman, Dionne Richmond, they do okay in it. I like them as actors. I think they did the best they could with shitty material. I do not laugh once in this movie. This movie has some of the shittiest fucking dialogue I've ever seen in a film where, come on, Victor Crowley, it looks like you've been molested by wolves. What the fuck? What does that even mean, dude? Come on. What the fuck? And, oh, the vibrator doesn't go in your ear. It goes in your twat. Oh, I'll put it in my twat as soon as you're done sucking off your dad. Oh, I'll do it as soon as you're done. What? As bad as Rob Zombie is at writing, that shit's even worse. That shit's worse. You've been molested by wolves. What? What the fuck? If somebody had said that shit in Madman, I would have fucking been pissed. In Madman, the bitch hides in the fucking refrigerator from the Madman. That's some fucking great shit. But this, what? Like, oh, God. I know people probably want me to talk a little bit about the kills. They're okay. I mean, they're okay. The kill with the lady getting her jaw ripped open, that's a good kill. But it's just weak considering, like, the whole lead up to that. Like, oh, old man fucking retard fucking falls off the boat, breaks his leg. Then, I'll help you with all these poor people. Walk to the thing. And then Victor Crowley kills them, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I think Hatchet's such a disappointment. I can't even explain it. Like, it's just, I want to move on. Hatchet, I think it's an overrated piece of shit. I will always feel that way. I've watched the movie quite a few times, and every time in the back of my head, I'm like it this time. And every single time, I fucking don't. So, Hatchet, it spawned a couple sequels, Hatchet 2, Hatchet 3, and Victor Crowley. I am fucking proud to say that I've seen all of those movies and they all still fucking suck, in my opinion. I do not care for his style, his vision of a slasher movie. I just completely think the guy misses the point and sort of, especially at that time, was coming off very pretentious. Like it was, oh, support unrated horror, like Adam Green's Hatchet 2. Motherfucker, if you're going to come out and say support unrated horror, don't put yourself over. Don't make it sound like, oh, I'm going to bat for the boys, but at the end of the day, I'm really the only one that matters. That's pretentious, in my opinion. And hey, does the guy have a little bit of talent? Sure. I like certain movies he's done. I liked Frozen, like I said. But man, I don't know. I don't care for the Hatchet movies. And I think there's a reason that they didn't fucking go to the theater. And I know that he always goes, oh, well, it's so I could have shown as much gore as I want. Like, you're full of shit. The movies weren't even good enough to go to a theater. Come on. Do you really fucking think that they were going to greenlight that to go to a theater and he just said, oh, no, if you're going to take some of the gore out, I'm not? Bullshit. bullshit. He's full of shit, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just my humble opinion. AJ Zistro said, "Oh shit, King Nor, he's done it." I know. Hey, no, I know I'm in the minority on liking Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 better than the first one. I know a lot of people, you know what it is too, and it's the opposite, whereas the first one is like a Friday the 13th rip, a serious Friday the 13th rip. The sequels are so like much more self-aware, and the killer is so tongue-in-cheek, and I think that really throws people. Like, people are like, why is Angela acting like that? But I think Pamela Springsteen really reinvented that character, and that's why those movies work. It's the self-awareness. It's the characters named after the Breakfast Club. It's the one-liners and say no to drugs. Strike 3. But would you learn how to chop wood like that before? I never chopped wood before, but I've chopped other things. Classic. I mean, the lines are just fucking classic, in my humble opinion. I love Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. This are my favorite of that series. Haha, you just made Corey jump the shark. Yeah, no, hey, it's okay. If people don't like Sleepaway Camp 2 or 3, I have certainly heard it before, and I'm sure I'll hear it again. I wish someone said the wolf line Mad Men. I'm glad nobody said the fucking wolf line in Mad Men. I'm just going out on a limb and say that. But moving on. Okay, next worst first here.